Hey guys, welcome back to Just Some Sophie, the channel where I don't know what I'm doing. But today I do. So I have a selection of questions from a few people from various social medias. Because it came to my attention earlier today that I hit 100 subscribers, which is a huge deal to me. I don't think I ever expected to get 5. I didn't expect to get 10, never mind 10 times that. It was a bit overwhelming because I've had quite a difficult day. I've been in a significant amount of pain because I don't have any pain medication at the moment because something happened with my prescription and we're trying to sort it out. So I'm very struggly today. I have been able to sort my hair out and shower, albeit briefly, but I did, so that's a big thing. And so seeing that I'd hit this goal was just a really nice thing to see today. So thank you. I mean, I don't really know what else to say other than thank you. It's insane that I could be this entertaining to so many people. I struggle to keep up with my friends. Never mind a whole lot of people that a lot of you I probably have never really interacted with. So thank you. There is nothing really that I can say that kind of expresses how grateful I am for having this audience and how much I look forward to making content in the future and continuing to work on the list of things that I have planned. There's a few mental health and physical health videos that I want to talk about. There's reading, there's the giveaway, which will be happening this weekend. And when I say this weekend, it is it's maybe currently the 17th or just after midnight on the 18th of June. It will be happening between Friday, it'll be beginning between Friday and Sunday. And let's get started with the questions because I don't want this to be another half-hour video. So the first questions, there are 2 from Shannon, who used to do the Realm videos with us. The first question is, what hair dyes do you use? I use Schwarzkopf Live, and that is because they're the only dyes that actually work on my hair. Every other dye it fades almost immediately, like the colour doesn't take properly, whereas with Schwarzkopf the colour is what it should be. Sometimes a little darker, sometimes a little lighter, but it's never so drastic that it takes from what it's meant to be. Whereas I find with a lot of other brands, the dye just does not stick and it's never what it's supposed to. And also their bleach is amazing. I have redone my roots, as you can see. So my hair should be back to normal. And the second question, do you plan on playing more games? Yes, I do. I have House Flipper, which I've seen people seem to quite enjoy. I have a bunch of Steam games. I have a couple of indie games as well that might be quite fun to play just as this is a weird game, let's give it a go and see what happens. Shannon recommended Don't Starve Together, which I'm going to have to look into because I do have certain triggers with games, so I have to be very careful that it's not like jump scary or creepy in a way that is going to trigger something. So I do have to look into it, but it's a possibility, and I have so many games that I could play. So yes, I do intend to play more games, but I'm not quite sure when. I have a list of videos to record before that. The next question is from CY or Psy. I don't know whether it's just CY or Psy, sorry. And their question was, how do you manage to put up content? I think the answer to that question is I don't. It is extremely difficult. So there's a lot of things that make it very difficult. I do minimal editing as well because otherwise I'd get too tired having to do any majorly detailed changes and things. But I do seem to be doing something right. I've hit 100 subscribers. There must be one thing I'm doing correct for that many people to be like, hey, let's check her out and let's stick around a bit, you know. So yeah, I don't necessarily manage it. I do it because it's fun and I enjoy it. And it is worth the exertion and it's worth the energy that I use doing it. There are 2 questions from Jenna. The first question, what are the top 3 things in your bucket list? The top one has to be traveling. There are so many places. I want to see Scotland again because I have a lot of family up there. I'd like to go to America, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, Sweden, Switzerland, Belgium. Just, there are so many stunning places that I want to see, and I have family in Australia and I have family in Scotland, as I said, so I'd really, really like to travel more. Because of my health, that is a kind of hit and miss thing sometimes, and it has to be quite last minute going anywhere, which you can't always do when it's travelling far away, especially not with me. If it was a further travelling situation, I'd have to plan it months in advance to sort of prepare physically for it. Number 2 would have to be being able to get better with the PTSD. Be able to manage it better, because that is something I struggle very, very, very often with, and I struggle with it when I'm on my own at home. I struggle with it when I'm out and about. It's something that I'm working on, but that is something that I'd very much like to be done, and something that I come to a sort of steady road with. And I know that might be odd to have on a bucket list, but for me that's quite a big deal. So definitely being on a more steady path with my past, with things that have happened, with the trauma in my life that I've had, and just kind of not necessarily get over it, because I don't think that ever happens, but I'd like to be on a sort of this happened but I'm living my life now kind of situation with it. And number three would have to be grow my hair out long again. I have a tendency to cut it because it gets very unmanageable. It's a very thick hair. I have a lot of it. I mean, this is washed and it still has like a volume and it's like wet still. You know, so I'd like to grow it out again. I had it very long when I was a kid. I don't want it that long again. It was down to my butt. Maybe shoulder length. I'm kind of getting to, it's getting there to be fair, but I want it all to sort of all the layers to grow out as well and that sort of thing. So I'd say those are my 3 goals. They're not very exciting, but they're important to me and they're things that I want to do. And the second question, who is your inspiration and why? I would have to say that my inspiration is definitely my grandparents. They, for a start, raised me, but they both have, let's call it invisible illnesses themselves. You know, and they've come through a lot in their lives. They have 3 kids. They've had 9 grandchildren. 9? It might be 10 or 11. Oh goodness, yeah, it's around 10, 11 I think altogether with all of us. Hold on. Yeah, I think it's something like 10 or 11. And they've supported every one of us, you know, while they're also dealing with their own thing. And that's just admirable at a minimum, you know. They've also been married 51 years, and if that isn't goals, then I don't know what is. A question from Liliana. How long did it take you to reach 100 subs? And I don't know if this was a question she asked for the video, but I thought I'd throw it in here. It's taken about 2 years. I think I started the channel. No, it hasn't. It's been 3 because I started the channel in 2017 and it's 2020. Yeah, okay, so it's been 3 years on the channel. I started posting about 2 years ago, but it was very, very sporadic. It was maybe, I posted twice that year, then the following year I posted twice or something like that. And it's this year I've really sort of properly got into it. So technically, while I've been regularly posting, it's been 2 or 3 weeks. Because I did only have, I think, 20 something to begin with, and I've somehow hit 100, and that's just great. That's impressive. And it's certainly not what I expected in such a short amount of time. So it's taken me quite a while, but I'm pretty happy with progress and how it's working out. A question from Mothering Happily. How have you found lockdown with being disabled physically and having health issues? Lockdown has been an interesting one. I think to begin with it was quite easy because I am quite often stuck at home anyway. I can't often go out anyway. So it was all very kind of like chill and like, oh, this will be easy. This is my life. It's not that hard. But then sort of the longer it's been going on, the harder it's been getting to manage it. Because before, when I was physically able, I could just get up and go out. Even if it was just for a 5-minute walk and back, I could go out when I wanted. Now it has to be something I have to think about. I can't just get up and go out when I'm able to. I have to think about it. If I've already been out that week, I won't go out again. Because I am a vulnerable person and I don't particularly want to put myself at risk. One of the doctors that passed away from the virus actually lived not nearby but in the same county, and there have been still issues, and they're still treating quite a few people. So it's definitely something I'm a lot more cautious with when I go out. You know, I will clean my hands, I will take my clothes off and change completely. You know, I'll wash my face just in case and things like that. And it is exhausting to do, so I do have to think more about it. And I think mentally it is starting to get to me a lot more. I think that's partially why I've struggled so much mentally the past week or so, I'd say, that it's been the worst. It has been exhausting. I've been very, very drained. And I haven't even done too much, but I am constantly drained by being stuck inside all the time. And it's definitely getting more and more difficult. I will still have to be careful even when lockdown is over, because obviously there's still a chance that something else will spike, another virus will happen, or the flu will go around, because any kind of thing like that means I'm going to be sick for a few weeks at a time. It does not go away quickly for me. A cold will last 4 months. You know, I can never get rid of it just like that. So I think I am going to have to be triply, quadruply more aware of what I'm doing and where I'm going and who's around me and what I've touched and that sort of thing. So it's definitely making me think a lot more. But I am still here. I'm still kicking and screaming. And I'm still annoying all my friends by posting lots of nonsense. So Linda asked 2 questions, and the first question is, what was your reason for starting your channel? Well, initially I think it was the same as everybody else. It was so I could like and comment on other videos, and then I started posting just because I thought, why not? There really was no exciting idea behind it. It was just a case of, let's do it. I don't see why not. I'm free to do what I want. And the first 2 videos I posted, I'm pretty sure, are covers that I did at open mic nights, which I did relatively regularly. So it was just a case of, I can and I will, and I did. And here I am, 100 subscribers later. I'm doing my first giveaway. Or I will be doing my first giveaway. I'm doing my first little Q&A. Things are, they're very different to what I expected initially, but I'm not complaining. This is awesome. And the second question, what is your height? I am 5'5.5". Very specific, but I'm 5'5", so 555. I'm right sort of middling for a female, I believe. I'm not very tall, but I'm also not short. So I'm definitely middling. So yeah, it's very specific height, but it made the last time I had it measured, I was having an MRI, I think, and they were weighing and they do the height as well. she commented, she goes, "Oh, that's very precise." I just thought, yeah, it is. It's very specific. A question from Joanne: what is your favourite thing about yourself? My favourite thing about myself is... Now, I did think about this beforehand and I couldn't think of anything. And that sounds really horrible, and my humour typically is very self-depreciating. And it's very much my style to just make fun of myself. But I think my favourite thing about myself is that I am a decent person, that I have a good heart, and I care about people, and I care about people genuinely. It's never for ulterior motives. It's always just a genuine interest in people and a care that they're okay and they're well and they're safe. You know, I will lend money and things like that, and even when it doesn't go well, I'm still like, okay, well, I help them then, whatever, I can move on with my life even if they don't want to be part of it. And as much as it does hurt sometimes, and I know sometimes I'm too nice, sort of too trusting, I am glad that I have been able to open up, because I never used to be. I was very, very closed off, and I would much rather be too nice than not nice at all, because of my upbringing and my past. So I think my favourite thing about myself is that I'm a nice person, that I care. So yeah, it's that I have a good heart, which is all the same thing as I've repeated it multiple times. I'm sorry. Sound like I'm bragging, but I'm not. I had to really think about it beforehand, and it was really difficult to think of anything, and I thought, actually no, being a nice person is a good thing, and it's something good to be proud of and have as a favourite thing. And then the final two questions are from Liddy. One of them I'm saving till last because it's a very, very specific answer. The first question is, other than YouTube, what do you spend the most time doing? I spend the most time on the internet. Oh dear. Yeah, I spend the most time on the internet. That's... yeah. Scrolling on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, watching YouTube videos is definitely up there with the thing I do the most online. I will often just sit and have a video on while I'm washing up and doing things like that, and there's always something on in the background, whether it's an r// video or it's like Eddie VR or Narrator or Molly or Juicy Fruit Snacks. Who else do I watch? Oh, Royalty Soaps. Oh, her videos are so satisfying, watching soap being poured. Who'd have known? Who'd have thunk it? That soap would be so satisfying and pretty to look at. And I just watch a lot of stuff. Predominantly those channels specifically. So yeah, internet is definitely the thing I spend the most time doing. Yeah, just being on the internet, scrolling, reading nonsense on there. Yeah, the internet generally is something I spend the most time doing, and it's the most fun sometimes as well. And the final question, which I said was very specific, and it is very specific. What is your favourite food? Now, I have spoken about food and me not being friends. I have an ED, an eating disorder, and food is a very difficult topic because I don't really eat properly at all, if I can help it. But my favourite food would be one of my grandma's salads. Now, I say salad and you're all thinking, but salads are boring. It's just like lettuce, tomato maybe, if you fancy. Spice it up with a bit of rocket. No. My grandma makes a salad that is a banquet. And I mean a banquet. Henry VIII would have eaten his vegetables if he had one of my grandma's salads in front of him. And that's saying something. He was greedy. He would have eaten his veggies. She makes a couple of like vinaigrette like dressings, and she makes an apple salad that is walnuts, raisins, and obviously apples, But then she makes this vinaigrette thing that she then puts the sultanas or raisins in. So they've got this amazing vinegary thing in it. And then mix it all together. She does a butter bean, kidney bean and cannellini bean salad, again with a really nice dressing. Cheese and dates. If you've never had cheese mixed with dates and walnuts, you're missing out. It's an amazing combination. She puts sultanas with carrots, which is also amazing. And so if you've never had a salad that's like a banquet, you are missing out. You are ruining your life by not having one of these amazing massive salads. And that apple salad is my favourite thing, and it has been since I was a kid. Having one of Grandma's salads is literally like being royalty, and then there's this amazing spread in front of you. And it's something that even with the ED, I will go back for seconds for the apple salad particularly. Not that I have a huge plate full, but I will go back for a bit more of that, because you know there's going to be no leftovers of that salad, and if you don't get a bit more now, you won't have it until the next salad. So it's something that basically our friends love it, family friends love it, the family love it, I love it, and if there's any given opportunity that Grandma will make a salad, you bet I invite myself. You bet I am. Right, Grandma, I'm coming over for lunch. I heard you're having salad. I'm coming. Like, that salad radar, that apple salad radar I have, I'm right on it. And it is amazing. I think I gave the recipe to one of my friends and he was like, actually, this is amazing. I'm like, I know, it's so good. It is amazing. It is such a good salad. And it tastes so good, and it just sort of spices up the standard like greens and veggies, just in a way that just makes it really, really nice. So it might seem boring to some of you, but Grandma's apple salad is my favourite food. And the way Grandma makes it, because there's definitely a thing where if a particular relative makes something really, really good, no matter how much you try, it never tastes the same. And I can guarantee if I ever had it anywhere else, it would never taste half as good as when Grandma does it. So it's very specifically my grandma's apple salad. So yes. Right, this video is already 25 minutes. I did not intend for it to be this long. I am so sorry. Hopefully I'll have edited it to be a little bit shorter. But yes, I will be sorting out the giveaway video for this weekend. So between Friday and Sunday, it will be uploaded and you will know how to enter the giveaway. It will be UK specific, so remember that you have to live in England, Northern Ireland, Scotland or Wales to enter the giveaway. I will again repeat all of this in the giveaway video so that, you know, that can be pretty certain to everybody. Yeah, I can't believe that I've hit 100 subscribers. That's just bewildering that I've got this far. Very, very exciting. It's a fun thing. It's a big thing. And it's the first giveaway on this channel. First of many, hopefully. And I'm really, really excited to get this all... I'm just so excited. I'm really, really excited about everything. This is very, very exciting. I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, stay safe, and remember that you are loved and supported. Bye guys.